Yes, that is my underwear. Let's get changed together. Good morning! Another day, another Mellowbirth. I fear that I have gained 30,000 followers within the past 3 months. And I haven't done an introduction to who I am, my background, everything about me. So let's do a really chatty but really quick get ready with me, because I literally have 15 minutes to get ready because I have an appointment with my endocrinologist consultant for my brain tumor. So a little bit more about that later on, but let's just get ready first, right? I don't know about you, but when I go to the doctor's appointment, I feel like I have to be presentable. I have to be on my Sunday best. So, hi, my name is Gemma. I'm a Melee, okay? And however much you want to call me Gamma, or you want to call me Gamma Mali or Gemma Mali, it's Melee. M-A-I-L means male, right? So it's Melee. It's male with an E-Y, Melee, not Mali. Okay, thank you. I spent the majority of my childhood in Australia, so if you're hearing a weird accent, that's where the accent's coming from, okay? I spent my childhood in Australia, and then I moved here. I was like a teenager. So I actually had a seriously unhealthy addiction to Milo and Vegemite, but then I moved here and both of those things were taken away from me. And then I noticed one day in the supermarket about 6 years later that they actually sold it in like the international section. I don't know if that was like a new movement or if that had been there all along, but I was kind of like, what the hell? What the hell, Belfast? Whenever I was a child, I got bullied a lot in primary school. So it was gorgeous. Thank you so much, you little bitch. They used to call me an Irish potato. So that was really nice. That's why I have those guns now, do you know what I mean? Then I went to high school and I found all the girly pops, the girls that get it. I found my girls in high school that I absolutely loved, and they're actually still my friends till this very day, so that's fantastic. These are my sisters, these are my ride or dies. So then whenever I moved from Australia to here, I went through a little bit of a sad spell because it was, you know, for a teenager, it was like a midlife crisis type situation. It was very hard. It was a really hard transition, I can't lie. I found a best friend whenever I was younger, Megan. She basically had taught me the ropes as such on how to actually be friends with people and how to be a very sociable person here in Belfast in Northern Ireland. She kind of brought me along to like little parties, and she introduced me to a lot of people like Glengormley direction because we were from North Belfast in Cave Hill. 2015 I lost Megan, so Megan passed away in the April, so it's coming up to her anniversary here within the next couple of days. We lost Megan, who was obviously my best friend. It was probably the most difficult time of my life. You know, I thought moving here from Australia was difficult until I lost one of the girls that made it as smooth as transition as probably what I could have been. Whenever I go through things in life, you know, it's her I think of, because, you know, she could have experienced that too. She could have done so much with her life. She was so intelligent, so smart, so funny, so funny. I lost one of my best friends whenever I was only 16. I just feel like I have to mention her because she was part of my journey. She was a part of me growing up, getting older, learning life journeys, and oh my god, she was just the absolute best. I feel like she would have appreciated a little bit of a shout out. Like, I feel like TikTok might have been her scene to watch videos and maybe to like silently judge me. No, I feel like I can't go my whole TikTok journey without mentioning her, because she was a huge part of my life, a huge part of my teenage years. And you know, without her even knowing, and she'd probably be embarrassed me saying this, but she did so much for me. She helped me so much through things that she had no idea about, you know, things that if I had told her at the time, she would have been like, don't be a weirdo, like don't be a fucking weirdo, Jeff. Let's just move on, okay? Because if I get too deep into that, I will absolutely probably cry my eyes out, and then this will not be any more of a chat to get ready with me. And it was just crazy because I hadn't experienced any loss at all until I moved here. Like, that being like my actual friends. So like, friends are a very touchy subject to me, I'm not gonna lie. I find it very hard to like trust or like be friends with friends because I fear that I'm going to lose them. So if you're my friend out there and maybe you don't hear from me very often, or maybe, you know, you feel like you're not my friend, or maybe you feel like I don't think you're my friend, you certainly are. It's just I don't ever feel like I want to get too attached because I feel like I'm gonna lose my friends all the time. So I push a lot of people away, and that's sad, right? So let's just not get into that. Is this a therapy session? Am I going through therapy right now? Another thing is I had a really strong Australian accent, and I went to drama school, and I told my drama friends in drama school that I cannot have this accent anymore. You need to help me to change this ASAP Rocky, do you know what I mean, sisters? So they helped me as soon as possible, so that's probably why you can only hear a slight twang and not a full-blown Australian accent. I was meant to be in the year above in school whenever I moved here, just because of the year that I moved. So I was meant to be in the year above, but I actually got put into the year below, so I was already a year behind my actual age group as well. It's a hobby of mine apparently. Actually, do you know what it is? We're going to stop with the story time because why would I do that? I need to finish off doing my makeup. I'm just going to tell you some more interesting facts about me because I need to get ready. I probably drink once every 6 months, I would say. And when I do drink, I only drink West Coast Cooler. I didn't have my period for 3.5 years. I didn't tell any friends, I didn't tell any family, I didn't tell anybody. My boobs were definitely leaking milk, which was fantastic, on my way to school for years. I don't know why that's happening, and I haven't had my period for 3.5 years, so YOLO. I ended up going to the GP by myself one day because I kind of went, oh, I'm getting a little bit older now, you know, it's been 3.5 years, maybe it's time for me to actually do something about this. I went to the GP. She was actually quite rude, to be honest, in the end, but I'm not getting into that. I was then diagnosed with my prolactinoma, which is a brain tumour right behind the eyes, and it's basically causing me not to have my periods because my prolactin levels spiked, and you get your prolactin levels spiked whenever you've just had a child. And no, I've never had a child, but I have high prolactin levels. I've actually got really high prolactin levels, and I haven't had my period since, so it's been about 10 years and I haven't had my period. I did have one period, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't had anything crazy enough to kind of be like, yeah, this is you, sister, you've got all your hormones in check, do you know what I mean? So prolactinoma, and I'm on medication for it now. You can get surgery to remove the tumour, but I don't really want to get brain surgery, do you know what I mean? I'm also extremely infertile because I don't get my periods, and that's what prolactinoma does. It basically makes you infertile, and unless you're getting your periods back, you're not going to be able to get pregnant, do you know what I mean? So currently in my infertile era as well. I just sold my car, sold her, because I just feel like it's time for an upgrade. Now, it's not going to be that much of an upgrade. Well, maybe it is, I don't know. I really don't know much about cars. Now, I was looking at like loads of different ones. I was looking at Land Rover, and I'm sorry, but the extortion behind Range Rover insurance, I was like, are you joking me? Why would I pay that amount of money on insurance? Are you joking me? Just not CC anymore. And I feel so sorry for saying that because I love her more than anything, but she's away to a really good owner, which is nice. So a girl took her the other day, and oh my god, she just loved her, and she hasn't passed her driving test yet or anything like that, so she has to wait a little while to actually drive it, but when she does, she will absolutely love CC, like more than anything. So I sold her the other day, and I'm currently car hunting. I do know what I want. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I was meant to be working with a car brand as well, but that kind of fell through. Not that it fell through on their end, it fell through on my end because I didn't want to commit to the contract that they were putting in place for me. So I kind of was like, oh no, so now I have to get a new car, which I'm completely okay with. I don't mind. It was my decision at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? I have a boyfriend, and I've been with him for almost 5 years, and we live together, and I moved into his house whenever I met him, and then we moved into this house together. So we're currently like in the countryside vibes, and we're renovating, and we've been renovating for the past year and a half. I say we, but like Ross is like the one who literally does absolutely everything. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he absolutely loves it, and he's a project manager as well, so he just loves organizing and getting shit done. And if I try to do anything, I'm one of those gals that everything I touch basically goes to shit. So like the other day, I was lifting in a shower door, and it smashed and cracked literally all over the garden. So there was glass absolutely shattered everywhere. So I always ask what I can do and where I can help with, but like I say, everything I touch basically goes to shit. I love anything hair care, so if you're sticking around to watch me and you maybe follow me from this video, I love everything hair care. I love a slick rip. If you don't see me in a slick rip, I'm probably going through a midlife crisis. And I love Denman brush. It's my favourite brand in the whole entire world. I used to save up my money and be able to buy myself these brushes because they were like expensive.com. Still are expensive, but like definitely worth it. I just love Denman. And I'm a crazy overthinker. I have severe medical anxiety. Well, I had severe medical anxiety. I'm working through it. Crazy. I'm fully self-employed. I work for myself, and yeah. Put on here as well. Let's do Dolce & Gabbana, Benny and Madonna. The La Peritance Dolce & Gabbana. I need to go and brush my teeth, and then I need to go because my appointment's literally 10:20 and it is now 9:30. And I live in the country, do you know what I mean? So yeah. If you want to know anything else about me, let me know in the comments, and I will make another video for you guys. Hopefully that wasn't too long.